Hey, welcome to my beautiful podcast where everyone is in love with each other and everyone talks super positive about making the world one big place where we all hunt each other's food and we hug each other instead of shake hands, and then we play kumbaya on the guitar. And you know what? We build a wall around the entire continent of North America. No one's allowed to come into North, just Canadians and Mexicans, and we'll just share land. So this is Phil de Blanc, and this is your favorite daytime parade. I'm going to start off with the ringmaster, who's going to introduce all the jugglers and the baton twirlers. No. Here I say, oh, for a while, oh, for a while. See, I'm just a traveler on my own. One of my subscribers, all my subscribers, they come in and then they leave. I think they know they don't want to watch me live because they can't fast forward. Because they know who I am. So they know this guy. Let him record and then just watch later and fast forward through all the junk. So let's pray this stays. Ooh, St. Patrick's Day is coming up. What are you doing for? Hey, like this video if you like drinking green beer, and dislike the video if you think green beer is healthy for you. This is how we do it. Look at this. Look at these. You get all the Irish Catholics to put their hair up like a bouffant. I don't even know what a bouffant is, but it sounds cool.
Ever. Coming to the Nederlander Theater April 30th through May 19th. Get tickets at Broadway and Chicago.
Mamma Mia.
The St. Patrick's Day Parade, March 16th on ABC 7.
It's live with Kelly and Mark. Today, four-time Emmy Award winner Eugene Levy. Plus, from the top comedy Hunting Housewives, Denise Richards. Sketching with the Stars as we continue the Oscars countdown game.
Good morning, Tuesday, March 5th, 2024.
That's incredible.
Are you rooting for me or against me? I love it. I love it. That's great. That's art.
That's a great tattoo idea for your forehead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New merch.
I like it a lot.
lot.
You should be our designer. Available. Okay. You hear that, Art? We have somebody available from our audience. You know what we noticed yesterday? By the way, thank you for standing outside in that slog of a day.
Oh, God, the weather was so
I hope
bad.
they didn't keep you out there too long. Did they let you in right away? They did?
No, boo.
Interesting. Some people say yes and some people say no.
Yeah.
Some of them risky. I guess you had to go through the medical.
Fantastic. Look at that. Oh, my
it's Loch
gosh.
Ness out there.
Yeah.
Yep. Gross.
That's
All
called Tuesday in New York City.
But yesterday when we were leaving to go do Andy Cohen's show, we left the building
Where he was doing cocaine.
and we noticed on the outside of our building.
You mean Andy Cohen, the guy who likes to do cocaine and then take naked baths with his 6-year-old son, his adopted son? Andy Cocaine, who does rails off of one of his housewives' fake breasts and then goes home and does another rail off of a table, a spaghetti scented kitchen table, and then gets naked and sits in his bathtub with his 7-year-old adopted child, and spends a good half hour just butt naked, showing his junk to someone that's perfectly capable of bathing themselves. Huh? Hide the duck.
Do Andy Cohen's show.
Hide the ducky. You play hide the ducky. Is that what we're doing? And did let me guess. Andy did a bag of powder off of a couple of your breasts. Nah, not you, Kelly. I'm talking about Mark's breasts. If he was going to do them off your breasts, he'd be there forever. The show wouldn't even be aired. He'd be sitting there looking for them. Where are they? They're right here. All I see is nipples. Oh, trust me, they're there. You just got to trust me. I can't trust you. I'm high as hell off of cocaine.
We left the building, and we noticed on the outside of our building is us. We are on the outside of our building, and you know how that thrills me. And I know it's probably accidental, and we didn't even realize it.
And it's temporary.
No, I know it's temporary, but
Can we get a shot of that?
we're on the outside of our building.
What happened to Abbott
and let me
Elementary?
tell you, it's a glamour shot. So
Yeah.
I'm thrilled.
Really nice.
Yeah.
It's the Oscar show, right?
It's the we're promoting the Oscar show, the after Oscar show. And we're promoting it using a picture of us at the Oscars. Do you ever have a day, ladies, I'm going to talk to just you. You ever have a day where everything worked out perfectly?
Mark thinks that's
you know
funny.
what I mean? The makeup worked out perfectly. The wig went on right. Everything went on.
The lighting was good.
The lighting was good.
Everything's
The
good, yeah.
smile is pretty.
They repeated each other. Got to take a shot. Anytime one of them says something and then the other person repeats verbatim what the other one said, you know what I mean? God, if Kelly's saying, gosh, we went outside, it was cold, I put on a jacket, and then if Mark says, you put on a scarf, and then Kelly repeats, I put on a scarf, kind of like saying, thank you for telling my story, because they're just improvising some fictionalized story to get through the 12 minutes. There you go. It just shows you the quality that ABC's looking for. Mark knows that to get constant punani, all he has to do is make Kelly feel like she's funny. Laugh at her bad jokes, but you got to sell it. You just can't be like, haha, that's funny. Because she'll be like, why are you fake laughing? No, he's got to sell it. He's like, oh, God, I love it when she does this impersonation of a French person. It's my favorite. You got to check it out. Here, do it for them. I'm just going to go take a jog over in New York there at the marathon while you're doing this. I'll be back in like 9 hours.
The wig went on right. Everything went on.
The lighting was good.
The lighting was good.
Everything's good,
The smile is pretty, but not
Right.
too eager.
Right.
Like I belonged there.
Yeah. I know what you mean. I know what
And
you
you
mean.
look super handsome.
I did. I looked.
Yeah.
That's why we picked that shot.
Yeah, no, that's not why you picked the shot. You had no idea the banner was in. Please stop taking credit. I just broke news to him that the banner's up there, and now he's like, well, that's why we picked the shot.
We picked that. I was surprised to see it.
Oh, it's very thrilling.
I was surprised to see it, and we had fun on Andy's show last night. That was a
Oh
lot
my
of
gosh,
fun.
it was so
yeah,
fun.
it was good.
Yes.
They asked me a question, and guys, maybe you can help me out with this. They asked me a question yesterday, and
the question was, he said, Mark, I got a question. Do you think it's okay to do an 8 ball of cocaine off your adopted son's penis while you're in a swimming pool at a public motel below the Mason-Dixon line? Because I did that all weekend. I was in Kentucky with my adopted son, and we were just walking around naked the whole time in the hotel room, inside the shower, outside the shower. Is it okay to give your son a full body massage butt naked after doing a bag of fentanyl laced cocaine that you got from one of the Colombians that lives in your neighborhood? That's the question. Let me know what kind of questions you think Andy Cohen asked, because I know it had to do with cocaine, fake breasts, and being naked around children.
they asked both of us, and they said, do you guys know each other's love language? And I was like,
Do you guys know each other's love language? Yeah, it's called bullshit and lies. That's our love language. Is bullshitting and lying to each other and giving fake compliments because we're incapable of having the self-integrity of being honest. Love language. It's probably it's sex. That's all their relation. The foundation is built on them just basically having sex with each other. That's all. It's her having, look at that. That right there. That's not a good bitch. And look, he's just he's a muppet. She wants to control someone. She found someone that she thought was good looking and was controllable. And she's like, I'm in. Plus, he'll have sex with me. I look like a teenage boy. And he was like, yes, she looks like a teenage boy. Finally, I found someone over the age of 21 that looks like a teenage boy. They're made for each other. That's their love language. Bullshit, lies, and fucking.
Last night, that was a lot of fun.
It was so
it was good. They asked me a question, and guys, maybe you can help me out with this. They asked me a question yesterday, and they asked both of us, and they said, "Do you guys know each other's love language?" And I was like, what is it? And Kelly was very quick. And I'm like, I don't know. I rub your feet and I read you a book or something. And she's like, he doesn't know what love language
Pussy.
is.
That's what
and
he wants to say.
I was
Pussy.
thinking about it. I think your love language is being married to a guy who wouldn't know what that means.
Yeah, a dumbass fucking motherfucker. A stupid ass. There's now a fake laugh.
Because if I came to you one night, I'm like, sweetie, can we talk about our love language? You would
Come on, give us the fake laugh. This is why she's never winning an Emmy, not even coming close.
means. It's one of those things, because if I came to you one night, I'm like, sweetie, can we talk about our love language? You would puke in the bed.
No, she'd probably take her retainer out, get down on her knees, and start licking that space between your balls and your anus. Okay, I told you to at least try to get this, to ask for this before I start, snooze, before I start yawning.
It's one of those things. Because if I came to you one night, I'm like, sweetie, can we talk about our love language? You would puke in the bed.
First of all, I would never puke in the bed.
You puke.
So
you
calm down.
You would.
Okay,
theoretically.
Okay, you would. It's theoretically, hypothetically, not theoretically. You stupid fucking mutt. It's not fucking theoretically. It's hypothetically. All right, metaphorically. Not even metaphorically. Just for this hypothetical situation. It's not theoretically. What's your theory? Your theory? A theory is making an inquisitive, educated guess. Whether it's proven or not, that's theoretically. Based on the information and the intel I have, I'm taking an educated guess that you would. It's theoretical. No, it's hypothetical. You fucking cocksucking loser, dumb piece of fucking shit. Yeah, go fucking eat your kale and fucking go put your finger down your throat, you fucking insecure little dick licker.
We talk about our love language. You would puke in the bed.
She'd probably puke on the carpet on the side of the bed, or open up a nightstand drawer and puke all over your fucking Bible.
First of all, I would never puke in the bed.
She'd open up the drawer and puke all over the Bible in the Motel 6 you took her in, you fucking cheap bitch.
Calm down.
You would theoretically like, ugh.
Not theoretically.
What did I marry? You would think that. And I know I was thinking about that. And I wish I would have said that.
So you just figured out. Well, I had to explain to him this morning because he came in hot this morning. He came in, he thought about it all night. He ruminated on it all night. And he came into the bed. He came into the bathroom this morning.
Just brushing my teeth.
Putting makeup on.
That's what I do my best thinking. I'm brushing my teeth.
And he goes, okay, what's my love? And I go, sweetie, what are you talking about?
Tell it to my heart. Tell me I'm the only one.
That's what I do my best thinking. I'm brushing my teeth.
And he goes, okay, what's my love? And I go, sweetie, what are you talking about?
No, I think that would disgust you.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Make sure to like this video because I love you.
And he goes, okay, what's my love? And I go, sweetie, what are you talking about?
No, I think that would disgust you.
That's a good point. That's probably
it's valid, right?
Yes. I just know what your love language is, and I think that you don't know what my love language is, and that is very appealing to me. You're right. So we're both right.
Right.
So there, we're both right. Everybody wins on a Tuesday.
Still don't feel like I won. All right. Hey, listen, the Oscars are this weekend.
Yes.
And there's an article.
Let's tell them to applause with
It's
our
really
big
hard to
sign.
host the Oscars. It's really, really hard. And
Hosting
yeah.
Hosting a show is like a pie in the face. Not this show.
No, an award show.
I mean
an award show. You can't, either you're too controversial or not controversial enough. You're blah, 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 blah. And I think Jimmy Kimmel gets it just right. Yeah.
Jimmy Kimmel
he gets it right.
Jimmy Kimmel does great. The guy that works for the same company we do.
Jimmy Kimmel is perfect.
He's perfect, right? Our colleague.
He is very... He handles the show with great reference, but he's also very irreverent in his portrayal of hosting the show.
Right. Love
And
language.
he always makes himself the butt of the joke. He does not, he is just
unless it's Mario Lopez,
naturally humorous person, and he feels like one of us. You know what I mean?
He is one of us.
Yeah, he doesn't. It doesn't feel. But
he's not an insider. He's
But he is. But
he is.
He is beloved. He is beloved by his Hollywood peers, and yet he's still somehow an outsider. And it's a very. He just strikes the right balance.
And he handled that situation that one year where they announced the wrong winner. It came out, and I don't think anybody else could have handled that.
No one else. No one else.
Backstage watching.
No one else in the entire world. Just him. No one else could have handled it like that except for Jimmy. Nope. No one else. Jimmy Fallon you would have seen brown juice running down his leg. He would have crapped his pants. James Corden would have probably just panicked and started trying to force his dick in Kevin Spacey's mouth. Only Jimmy Kimmel, out of 6 billion people in the world, right? Out of probably 300,000 people that could probably host the Oscars, Jimmy's the only one. He's the only one. He's the only person that could do that. Get the fuck out of here. Eat my ass, you fucking
and he came out, and I don't think anybody else
you fucking
could have handled that.
Queef sniffing little putzes.
We were backstage watching it. I go, something just went terribly wrong. Because we were backstage watching it all go terribly
you're
wrong.
not doing
watermelon.
You're doing it, but you're not doing it live in the moment. What I'm saying is that he handled that moment,
of course,
very well.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
No, he did.
Yeah. I think only he could have handled it.
Right, he did. That's why the other guy. That's why the director. That's why the producer of La La Land had to go and grab the envelope and say, no, Moonlight's the winner. It's a mistake. Moonlight's the winner. Because Jimmy Kimmel was fucking frozen. Like, what the fuck do I do? Go play the fucking tape. When this happened, Jimmy was off stage, just fucking on the side of the stage doing nothing. Absolutely frozen, panicked, and didn't know what to fucking do. This is the fucking guy. This is the police officer that when his fucking, or he's at a school and it's being held hostage by terrorists, all of his training goes out the fucking window. And he just fucking stands off in the corner and just freezes and doesn't know what to do. It's like, dude, there's terrorists. Go get your gun. Go fucking, do what you were training. He fucking everything out the window. He just fucking sat there and did nothing until the very end. He tried to sell with humor. You guys are so fucking full of shit, dude. Will you guys fucking go walk off a building blindfolded? Hey, we'll tell you it's fucking water. All right, Jesus Christ, like it's okay. Go lock yourself in a rich hotel room with a fucking belt and lock yourselves in a bathroom with a fucking belt and a fucking list of your fucking biggest fears.
Watching it all go terribly wrong.
Yeah, but you're not doing it. You're doing it, but you're not doing it live in the moment. What I'm saying is that he handled that moment,
of course,
very well.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
No, he did.
Yeah. I think only he could have handled it that way. I would have lost my mind.
Yeah, of course. Well, I mean, like I said, we have this benefit being backstage. So we see everything unfold as it's unfolding. We didn't know what happened. We just knew something terrible had happened.
How did you know that? Because people
were running at top speed. I said to Gelman, we have to pack up and get out here.
We spoke to Jimmy right after.
We spoke to Jimmy after. Yes.
Right after.
Yeah. We always speak to Jimmy right after, and he gives you like the insights, his hot takes, what he thought went right, what went wrong. He gives us like the real skinny on what happened. But that moment when they announced the wrong award, I thought that maybe there was a dangerous fire happening and we should pack up and leave. That's how fast people were running.
Theoretically speaking.
Screaming into headsets. Yeah. And I said to Gelman, we have to get out of here.
La La Land. La La Land.
That is when something goes wrong in our lives now, we yell La La Land. La La Land. So it's raining today. How many of you are in from out of town?
Double crowd.
So check this out. You guys want to stay at the Intercontinental in Singapore because they're offering a voucher for a one-night stay to guests whose planned activities got rained out.
Oh.
Your hotel's probably only offering another free set of tickets to this show. There are some caveats. Okay. You have to be staying in a suite.
Oh. Okay.
So it has to be a fancy room. And the rain must exceed 120 cumulative minutes.
Oh. 2 hours.
Within any 4-hour block of time during daylight hours between 8 a.m. and 7 p.m.
Okay.
So if you can figure that out, they'll give you a free night stay.
But there's that guy.
That's going to figure it out.
He's got a stopwatch. He's got that guy who's, the complainers when you go and someone's always complaining at the restaurant or at the hotel. And
Hotel.
Yeah, I need to see a manager.
Oh, yes.
I need to see a manager.
Correct.
And they got their stopwatch, and he's got his little cup, and he's got a little thing. I got rain, and he wants his free night.
Let me tell you something. Mark and I were at a hotel with the kids. I'm not going to name the name, but there was a celebrity there, and this celebrity was on their honeymoon.
Oh.
And this celebrity asked to speak to the manager.
Oh, yes, I remember.
So she's a white woman.
Oh, yeah.
The kids were like, what are you, Mom, Dad, are you listening? And we were like, shh. We were like,
She was
this
not
happy.
happy.
This was us like this, leaning.
Right.
We were like leaning over. And basically, this person said that because the room was not up to standard, which, by the way,
something happened.
The rooms were gorgeous.
They were gorgeous, but
Gorgeous.
something happened. And we were trying to
this
figure
person
out.
said that it ruined her entire
Honeymoon.
Jessica Simpson.
And
So
I
we were like,
he's not going to enjoy being married.
or better yet, he's not going to enjoy being married. Because that's a rough one.
Yeah.
We were trying to figure out what happened.
What
possibly happened? So we started, coming up with scenarios. Like, definitely some guy walked in, like a housekeeping or room service walked in and she was not dressed. Like, that had to, like, that's what happened, right? Or,
like, for me, that would just affect the other person. Like, I would feel bad for that. I would leave an extra tip, like, this stays between these four walls, right?
So on the flight home, we were thinking about it, and they were on the flight home. The guy was like, sweetie, it's going to be okay. I just need to know what your love language is. If you tell me what your love language is, we're going to be fine. All right. We got a big show today. Big show.
Eugene Levy is here.
Yes, I love him. I love him.
I love that show.
You got to drink a shot. Mark repeated himself twice because he doesn't know what the fuck to say because he's a dumbass. I love him. I love him. And then he said, I love that show. That's 3 loves. Take 2 shots. Take your fucking dumbass, your jackass donkey shots for repeating himself.
Eugene Levy is here.
For lack of brains.
I love that show. Also, Denise Richards is here.
Listen to this. Denise and Deja will team up with Mark and me in today's Oscar countdown games. It's a game called Sketching with the Stars. As proven in the past, we are terrible at this game. They're setting us up, Kelly. Deja, not an artist amongst us. No, not at all. Let's hope for Mark that maybe Denise can draw.
Yeah.
Hopefully. I don't know because the three of us are pretty terrible.
Yep.
Everything looks like a sad rain cloud with a weird balloon attached.
Yeah.
Okay, March is here, and we know what that means. It's a new month, and it's time to reveal Mark's favorite.
It's time to have sex with my husband in a pile of green paint and picture Andy Cohen swimming naked with his adopted son while he's force feeding him cocaine while he's injecting his son's bran muffin with cocaina.
Or a mug result.
Yes.
He's in the lights.
He's in the lights for this.
Remember, I think I was at 22 for 33 and like 23 for 35 last time I checked. So we're rolling around 66%, 67%, maybe 62.25 or something.
Let's see how well Mark did in
Not good.
February.
Not good.
And he cheats too.
Oh. Even I know this isn't good. Your February average was 0.45.
You guys don't even know what good and bad is. You have no idea.
Let this really sink in, Mark. Your January average was 0.409,
Okay.
so you did improve slightly.
I did better slightly.
That's so much.
Okay, now let's get to your career average.
You went from a D- to a D+. What would he do? It just shows.
Girls, hold up here.
It just shows it just shows what his parents settled for in grade school and what he did, where he thinks that going from a D- to a D+ is an improvement. Well, mijo, at least you advanced to the next grade. Well, at least you get the diploma, 1.1 GPA, though. At least you graduate. You know? He doesn't know what's good or bad. He fucking got some fucking fat, ugly girl with braces to do his homework for him.
Let's get to your...
Probably got his little wiener touched in 6th grade, too. If they had some, like, 8th grader, some insecure, husky, plus-size 8th grader, you know, do his homework for him.
Career average.
This is so stupid.
Girls, hold up here. Hold up your stump mark heads. Wave them around. Your career average at the end of February is 0.550.
That's not good. That's not good.
You are beating the point. Beating the point.
I usually don't tell people my goals, but you got
Beat a coin
family now. I mean, they have pictures of my face in their hands.
Beat a coin. You want to beat a coin?
I'm gonna go for anything 600 average.
Yes.
Is like is Savant life. Savant life.
Can you spell savant, you fucking spawn of fucking Satan's twat?
Six is Savant. Yeah. Batting 1,000 would be Savant.
No. That'd be like mean. 600 plus 600 plus is what I'm going to go for by the end of the year.
No, savant would be like 90% plus, maybe 85 if I'm being generous. Even 80% is a very generous savant. He doesn't, Kelly, your stupid ass husband doesn't know what the definition of savant is. He heard someone say it on a television show, and the reaction led him to believe it's something positive. So now he uses it because it makes him sound smart. He heard some character say it on a TV show, and then the other character went, "Oh," and he's like, "Oh, is that a cool word?" So now he starts using that word. He'll be at a Christmas party, and someone will be like, "Oh, so how are you liking the stuffed mushrooms? I see this is your third one." And he goes, "Oh, well, I must tell you, they're very savant." And then he gives like a stupid smirk. "Oh, I see you're liking those stuffed mushrooms. I see you're liking those stuffed mushrooms. I'll give my compliments to the chef." Yes, please. Let him know that they are savant. Right? Yes. Okay. The chef must be a savant.
600 plus is what I'm going to go for by the end of the year.
All right. I'm sorry. This is banquet cooking. We just basically we're serving like 1980s styles hors d'oeuvres. He's not a savant. Oh, well. Then your kitchen must be scattered with savants. What? Yes. Right?
We're average.
Thank you very much. By the way, this is all just an act for a monologue I'm recording.
That's like me, giving you, okay.
None of this is real.
I'm going to put false eyelashes on every day, and some days they'll look good.
Good.
The goals are so weak here.
Exactly, because your husband's a weak, spineless fucking cunt.
And maybe sometimes they do look good. Yeah. Sometimes they do look good.
You married a speak wineless fucking mannequin. Kelly, before Kelly met Mark, she used to fucking steal mannequins from Macy's, take them home, and fucking strap on a carrot and fucking ride them. That's all she needs. She fucking found a real life mannequin. She's fucking Andrew McCarthy, and she found her Kim Control. Just a dumbass fucking piece of wood. It's all she needs. Look at that tongue. You know how many times they're alone at their home and she has to tell him, will you shut the fuck up? That's not what I paid you for. After all the jobs I've gotten you and you still fucking talk while we're at home. Go fucking throw out the garbage.
I would call them not gold.
And maybe sometimes they do look good. Yeah. Sometimes they do look good.
All right, it's the reason those four showed up today. It's time to play.
Let's say hello to April Monaco from Pelham Manor, New York, who watches the show on WABC. Good morning, April. How are you?
Good morning, Kelly and Mark. How are you guys?
We're doing great.
We're doing great.
You look fabulous in this picture. Where's this picture?
Oh my goodness, thank you so much. And first I'll tell you that, Mark, I'm here to keep that average way down low, my friend.
Atta girl, April.
There you go. This is in Lake George, New York.
Beautiful.
Oh, nice.
Beautiful.
Yes.
All right, April.
Yeah.
You know how this game works. You've given us two statements. One's true, one's false. I have 60 seconds to decide which is the truth. And if you stump me, you're going to win this. Okay,
You know,
April.
I miss the Las Vegas sound of our choir of angels.
Well, it was more speakers, high.
A lot more reverb. It had a lot. It gave us a lusty choir.
I think it's the quality of the. I think it's the quality of the speakers. Okay, here are your two statements, April. I saw the Jackson 5 in concert.
Ooh.
Or I have been to 20 Billy Joel concerts.
Oh, you know what? I think I've heard this girl before. And this is something that a lot of people do because he has a residency at Madison Square Garden. So this person's not traveling all over the country, spending money on transportation and hotels to go see Billy Joel. If you live in New York, he plays in New York for the course of like 20 years. You could just go to a Billy Joel concert once a year. Very easy. Jackson 5, you're probably too little. The truth is I have been to 20 Billy Joel concerts. No questions, no cheating, no hints, no advantages. This guy is probably going to get it right. I feel like he's going to, because living in New York, word gets around. See, he's not smart, but he has ears. In fact, two of them. Theoretically, Mark has two ears. Just going to use that word the same way you do, you fucking imbecile. So I'm going to say the lie is I saw Jackson 5 in concert, but it is true that you've seen that you like the Piano Man. You like taking that bus, eating a pretzel on a stick, paying $9 for popcorn, and you like singing a bottle of red, a bottle of white with Christy Brinkley's short, weird Italian plumber Goomba husband.
5 in concert.
You like singing I Didn't Start the Fire while you have a glow stick in your mouth and you're jamming out and you're twerking to the proud recipient of Christine Brinkley's cocaine-induced lapse of judgment in the early 80s. Thanks, Rick James, for getting Christine Brinkley high enough that she decided to have sex with Billy Joel at your party with Eddie Murphy watching. Look at that stupid mouth. That's the mouth of someone saying, like, "Whoa, make babies with this guy." Oh, yeah, because my parents were dumb enough to raise me into being a stupid bitch that makes bad choices, too. But again, this is all a monologue for a villainous role in a drama that I am auditioning for with Searchlight.
Our choir of angels.
Theoretically.
Well, it was more speakers,
A lot more reverb. It had a lot. It gave us a lusty choir.
I think it's the quality of the. I think it's the quality of the speakers. Okay, here are your two statements, April. I saw the Jackson 5 in concert.
Ooh.
Or I have been to 20 Billy Joel concerts. All right, April. The Jackson 5, was that all 5 of them?
It was all 5.
And what year was this?
Oh my goodness. This was in
76.
If I told you, actually, you might be able to guess my age, so I'm not going to do that. But like
74.
No, go ahead.
It was in the 70s.
It was in the 70s. Yes, that's right, because last time they performed together was 1984 in Los Angeles.
That was the Victory Tour.
That's
I
correct.
saw the Victory Tour, too.
Right.
Oh, is that the Victory Tour?
No.
I saw that. You know, that's a separate tour in the 80s.
Okay. Billy Joel. You like Billy Joel?
Love Billy Joel.
Love him. What's your favorite song?
2 favorite. uptown girl, because I am. I'm born and raised in New York City.
Yes.
And seen some Italian restaurants, because that's like everybody's life. Everybody knows that couple.
That should be a show. See
That's
some
an anthem.
Italian restaurant. And where's the last place you saw Billy Joel?
Madison Square Garden.
Madison Square Garden, of course, where his residency is.
That's right. That is where his residency is.
So look, if you really went and saw him at Billy's, like all the clues she's telling him, make it sound like it's very obvious she went there. She's like, so either she's really bad at this game and she's making it seem obvious, like, yeah, I love Billy Joel, right? Look, his residency's there. Like, I know all this stuff. Obviously, someone that has been to his concert 20 times would know it's at his residency. That's why it makes sense. I go there all the time at Madison Square Garden. She's seeming so overconfident that it would seem like, why would you purposely, if she has any brains about her, but again, let's question that because theoretically, let's question that because she is someone that actually watches this show because she likes it. Why would she just give away the answer and make it so obvious? Like the obvious one is that's the truth. You've been to 20 Billy Joel concerts because you know it's at Madison Square Garden. You're from New York. He's got a residency. You know everything. You've been there. You know his songs. It's just so obvious. Like that makes sense. Like why? But why would you just? If that's the truth, why would you volunteer all that information? So she's trying to reverse psychology. So she's like, look, you're making it too obvious. It's too good to be true. You're saying that to lead me in the wrong direction. So I'm going to guess Billy Joel. And the truth is Jackson 5 the whole time. Right. But she could be reverse psychologizing the psychology. She might be reversing the reverse psychology into just psychology. Right. It's like a positive and a negative. Right. Positive times a positive, or a negative plus a negative is a positive, but a negative times a negative is a negative. Right. So an odd number of negatives multiplied by each other equal a positive or negative, but a positive number of negatives equal a positive, or an even number of negatives equal a positive, odd number of negatives equal a negative. So I think she's anticipating that Mark will listen to her tone of voice and how blatantly open she is about all this knowledge. And she'll think she's trying to get me to say Billy Joel is the truth. But I know she's trying to get me to say that because that's not the truth, right? So I'm going to pick that Jackson 5 is the truth because she's trying to trick me, and I could see right through it, right? But it turns out that she knew he would do that, so the whole time she was getting him to think that Billy Joel was the obvious one she's leaning towards, was the obvious one, so he'd anticipate, so he would think she's tricking him, and then when she says Jackson 5, it turns out it was Billy Joel the whole time. Unless he says, I know that she thinks I'm going to say Billy Joel and then say Jackson 5, but know that that's her plan and that Billy Joel's the one the whole time. So I'm going to say Billy Joel and then it was Jackson 5. So he's either going to get it right or wrong based on a flip of a coin. All these 60 seconds was just a waste of our life that we can never get back. Except for me. I watched this whole episode 7 times in a row after I'm done talking to you on my award-winning podcast. I'm still going to say that Billy Joel is the truth. I have no idea why, though.
Restaurant. And where's the last place you saw Billy Joel?
MSG, baby.
Madison Square Garden, of course, where his residency is.
That's right. That is where his residency is.
She's confidently talking about the truth.
Senora April. You know, when people give me round numbers, I saw something 1,000 times. I go, they're exaggerating, right? Like I saw something 20 times. Mm-hmm. That's a nice round number. But I know Billy Joel's been around for a long time and people see him a long time. Sure. And April, I don't know, you look very, very young. 1970s, Jackson 5. You were just...
Yeah, she might have seen it. First of all, that picture could be taken from like 8 years ago. And that picture, sure, she looks young, according to you, because you're fucking 7 years old and a fossil. So to you, a 45-year-old looks young. She could be 45 in that picture with a lot of makeup, and she dyes her hair just like your fucking wife dyes her hair and gets Botox. That's why your wife is fucking 58 and she looks like she's 14. Well, not really. It's because of her small titties. Well, let's see, lack of titties. But this girl could be 53 years old, and that picture is from 8 years ago when she was 45. Or She could be 60 years old, and that picture was taken 10 years ago when she was 50, and when she was 50, she looked 45. So she could have seen the Michael Jackson. She could have seen the Jackson 5 when she was in high school, or even if she was born in 1973, she could have seen them when she was 4 or 5 years old because her parents took her or something. Hell, that picture could have been taken from 2008 when she was 43, and now she's, well, I'm going to do Mark math, 60-ish? She could be 59. That picture was taken 15 years ago when she was 34 or 44. And so she's 59. That means she was born in 64, and she could have seen them when she was 9, 10, 11, or all the way up to maybe 15 or 16. That math doesn't math. That's pretty young to be seeing a show. But guess what? Back in the 70s, teenagers went to, who do you think Jackson 5's key audience was? It was black adults and all teenagers. White teenagers, white kids, black adults. And very few white adults. White adults were still, back in the 70s, white adults and parents were still into home on the range where the deer and the antelope play. Like, that's the best song. They were still into white culture. But the youngsters, they were into Motown and stuff. So it was very likely that at 11, 12, 14, 15, she could have seen the Jackson 5. She could have gone by herself. Fucking teenagers did that. A group of teenagers, they get on a bus, they go see the Jackson 5. I still think it's a lie, and Billy Joel's the truth. He's gonna outthink himself. He tries too hard
for a long time, and people see him a long time. And April, I don't know. You look very, very young. 1970s, Jackson 5. You were just a little girl, right?
Potentially. I can't give you any more details.
Okay. Now, here's the thing. Can I just tell you one thing?
No.
Shirley knows the answer, right?
Yes.
And she just turns around.
She does.
She just turns around. She doesn't want to give me head movements,
Yes,
anything.
she won't.
I love it. She's a very fair person. All right, April, I'm going to say that you saw the Jackson 5 in concert.
Mark Consuelos. My husband thinks I have way too many mugs in the cupboard anyway, so you are right. You stink, by the way.
You son of a bitch. You dirty son of a bitch. I was right.
Husband thinks I have way too many mugs in the cupboard anyway, so you are right. You stink, by the way. Wow. Really? It's a mug.
She's talking to her husband.
Thank you so much, April. I love playing with you. I like the way you play. It was a good game.
I enjoyed playing with you until I lost.
You're a worthy opponent. You didn't win the mug or the t-shirt, but you still have a chance to win a valuable trip. It's time for Warm It Up Travel Trivia.
See, instead of being so, the way she was representing her Billy Joel answers, you only do that if Billy Joel's the correct answer. Because you did exactly what those answers would do. You facilitate what those answers are meant to do, is to get him to say the opposite. If Billy Joel was the lie, then you just say, "Well, like, when was the last time you saw him?" Or like, where was the last time you saw him? What was the last concert you went to? You say, Madison Square Garden, and that's it. You know what I mean? What's your favorite songs? I like a lot of them, but Uptown Girl and Scenes from an Italian Restaurant are two of my favorite. You know, where did you see him? At Madison Square Garden. Don't even mention the residency, because once you start saying, he has a residency, so I know all that, almost like maybe he doesn't know that. Mark's kind of an idiot. He won't know that there's a residency. So once I say that, that'll implant. Now she outthought herself. All she had to do is say Madison Square Garden. Or because he's from New York, you say, well, Madison Square Garden, that's where his residency is. But say it in a very just straight, everything you say is the same volume, same tone, same BPM, same pace, same rhythm. But you're trying to be like, oh, well, of course, I know all these songs. I get
worthy opponent. You didn't win the mug or the t-shirt, but
her answers exuded way too much confidence.
Warm It Up Travel Trivia.
You got him to say the opposite answer, but you're only supposed to get him to say the opposite answer when the Billy Joel answer was the truth.
around, that's Jack Sanchez from Brooklyn, New York.
He must be mixed, which is a good thing. We all support that. Now this is where I dance like the guy. And you rate me. Unfortunately, YouTube, you don't do that anymore because you've been mean.
You're a worthy opponent. You didn't win the mug or the T-shirt, but you still have a.
So now I mimic. Oh, I could do this move easy.
Tossing it all around, that's Jack Sanchez from Brooklyn, New York. I like the little hip thrust at the end.
Yeah, it reminds me of what I could actually be experiencing at night if I wasn't married to someone who had to take 4 blue Viagra pills.
Tossing it all around, that's Jack Sanchez from Brooklyn, New York. I like the little hip thrust at the end.
Thank you.
Nice. Deja, will you spin that wheel and see if we can win April a nice vacation? All right, you're playing for a trip for 2 to the Los Establos Boutique Inn in Panama. 8 days, 7 nights in a premium suite. It includes 3 meals daily. That's all the meals.
That's all I need.
1 excursion per day. Oh, you gotta love an excursion. It's a prize valued at $8,000. You have 20 seconds and only 1 guess. Good luck, April.
Okay, April. On yesterday's show, we talked with Scott Foley. What musical did Scott say he saw which inspired him to be an actor?
Annie.
Yes!
Annie, I was going to say Annie.
Congratulations. You and a guest will enjoy 8 days and 7 nights at the Los Establos Boutique Inn in Panama. Situated on 16 beautiful acres of coffee farm, Los Establos Boutique Inn.
People, don't you know Mark is a hoe. He does not know how to eat a piece of bread because he's a hoe. He belongs on dirt, shoveling shit, or making rooms for his dick. Armpit. He's a tool. He's a hoe. He's got rocks on his feet because he kicks them wrong. Shake that Virginia for me.
Yeah. Congratulations, April.
April.
Can I just tell you guys, not only do I love you, but it's a beautiful day. My mother has been in ICU for the past 2 weeks, and I'm sitting next to her bedside, which I haven't left. Today's the first day she's talking to me from the minute she woke up, and I cannot begin to tell you what this means to me.
And it's all because of you. Oh, well, thank you. What's her
I
name?
think on behalf of all of us here at Live and our entire audience, you've got an entire group of people now rooting for your mom. So you tell her that.
Oh, isn't that sweet?
Thank you very, very much. This means so much. And you guys are the best. On screen, off screen, your love is so obvious, and I aspire to that. God bless you both.
Oh, God bless
We
you.
love you, April.
Yeah, thank you.
Very sweet. All right. Now listen, April, you have one more job to do today. You have to make the day of a lucky member of our studio audience who will receive a $500 gift card from Bed Bath & Beyond. So please pick a number between 1 and 131.
I'm going to pick
60.
19 for my mother's birthday.
I was going to say your mom's birthday. I was going to say like 21. You knew she was going to say something related to her mom. I said like 60 because of her mom's age, but that wouldn't make sense. Well, actually, no. She looks like someone who would have a mom that gave birth to her when she was 15. That's why she's in ICU. Probably a lot of uterus damage from prostituting herself in the 50s.
To your mom. We hope she gets well real soon. And when we return, Eugene Levy is here. Stick around. The Oscars Countdown Games continue with an Oscar edition of Sketching with the Stars. Denise Richards. And coming up next, Eugene Levy.
Experiences.
The monitor over there, that's us on the...
No one gives a shit. You don't have to tell us that's you. Hey everyone, we're on TV, and while we're on TV, we're going to tell you about us being on a billboard on the side of a building. Gee, narcissist much?
It's only 4 shows away. Look. Guys, look up. Can you see the monitor? Can everybody see the monitor over there? That's us on the side of the building. It's a pretty big deal. They don't put us on the side of the building very often. All right. He's a very funny award-winning actor and writer who can also be seen out of his comfort zone in the reality series The Reluctant Traveler with Eugene Levy. Please welcome the Reluctant Traveler himself, Eugene Levy. You look very Natalie attired.
Well, I don't know. It's New York. It's raining. It's, it feels right.
Ever since you've been traveling reluctantly, I have to tell you, you've become more chic.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I wish I could say it's all me, but, I have people that do this sort of thing for me.
Yeah, good.
And speaking of people, how is grandfathering coming? You have James Eugene. Is your
little James Eugene. He's 20 months right now. Cute as a button. He calls me Papa. I hear him walking around going, Papa? Papa, and then he kind of runs up and gives you a big hug around the knees.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
Does he call you? Papa. You just said. I was thinking.
Well, it was Grandpa, not his grandpa, but it came out as Papa for him.
Yeah.
So now I'm Papa. Yeah, Papa and Nana.
I want him to call you Mr. Levy. So cool.
Yeah. Well, when he's older.
Yes.
It'll be Mr. Levy, sir.
Mr.
We're heading
Eugene
to the
Levy.
Oscars this week, and you performed in 2004 at the 76th Academy Awards with the best song nominee. Do you remember this?
Yes, of course.
From A Mighty Wind. It's one of my favorite performances.
Yeah.
Can we air it? Why not air it? Show a clip.
One of the most nerve-wracking experiences I've ever gone through.
Really?
Well, because you're still. When you hear what you're going to be singing at the Oscars, you say, "Oh, geez, that's really something." Then when you're backstage, ready to go on, I remember I was standing as Jamie Lee Curtis, who was introducing us because her husband directed the movie.
Right.
So she was introducing us, and I'm Catherine O'Hara standing on the other side of the stage, and I'm over here, and I happen to look over during the intro, and I look over to Catherine as if to say, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? We're actually going to be singing, and that lights come up.
And then
we walk out.
And you performed in character.
And we performed in character.
Did you lock eyes with anybody out there?
You lock eyes and then immediately unlock, because everybody you're looking at is
Big star.
a Hollywood superstar. Yeah. They're all there. I mean, you're looking and going, oh my God, this is like crazy. And I was in character, and I think I actually ad-libbed the line when I walked out just before we started shooting, and I only had a guitar player and a bass player behind us, and I turned around and said, on drums. And because very, very, very in character, but at any rate, it went well, and we got a huge response on the kiss at the end of the Rainbow song.
It's a big deal.
It's a big
deal.
Kiss
is a big deal.
Yeah. All right. We're going to take a break. When we return, we're going to find out which continent Eugene reluctantly visited in season 2 of his series, The Reluctant Traveler.
Still alive. Denise Richards.
Well, the truth is Africa, but he would never say that on TV, so he's probably going to say something like Antarctica. Or he's going to say Australia because of the forest fires. He's going to segued into awareness for climate change.
And then immediately, like because everybody you're looking at is a Hollywood superstar. They're all there. I mean, you're looking and going, oh my God, this is like crazy. Lights come up,
and then
we walk out.
And you performed in character.
And we performed in character.
Did you lock eyes with anybody out there?
Well, you lock eyes and then immediately, like because everybody you're looking at is a Hollywood superstar. They're all there. I mean, you're looking and going, oh my God, this is like crazy. Right. And I was in character, and I think I actually ad-libbed a line when I walked out just before we started shooting, and I only had a guitar player and a bass player behind us, and I turned around and said, on drums. Well,
it could.
Walked out pain-free.
Don't let knee pain hold you back another minute. You can have a different life. Call 800-380-8933. Our friendly new patient specialists are standing by now.
I had an invite from Joan Collins to have dinner in Saint-Tropez. Hello, Joan.
Hello, Eugene. How are you? Welcome to my village.
Monsieur, I can suggest you the sibling ceviche. So it's raw?
Raw.
Never eat raw fish.
You're the first person that I've talked to that is basically saying what I've been saying all this time.
From season 2 of The Reluctant Traveler, hosted by Eugene Levy. I mean,
Joan Collins.
Joan Collins in Saint-Tropez.
Yeah.
So
for lunch to her favorite little spot.
Take me to, like, how do you respond? Do you have to handwrite a response to the invitation? It feels very formal.
Well, I didn't. By the time I got out there at the table, I think the crew had already had their hour with her.
Right. Gotcha.
Just to make sure the lighting was right.
Yes, of course.
And then after that, all you got to do is perform cunnilingus on her, and that's pretty much it. Then we're good to go and eat raw. Well, he says eating raw fish. He's not talking about ceviche. He's talking about Joan Collins' dried raisin sack. They're talking about Joan Collins' stale cinnamon bun. I mean, she invites you. She sends you a letter, quarterly inviting you to lunch, and then you pick her up at her hotel. You have cunnilingus for 6 to 7 hours, and then you have lunch. So it's a very early start. I go to her place when the sun is actually setting from the night before, because she has breakfast like at 5:30 and lunch at 10. So once you do the math, and then she doesn't even let you spend the night in her place. I had to go sleep outside in the gardener shacks with Jorge and Hector.
Hour with her.
Right. Gotcha.
Just to make sure the lighting was right.
Yes, of course.
There wasn't too much of a breeze coming through the open window. But I found her kind of delightful, and I found the fact that her taste in food is kind of whatever. Don't eat shrimp. She would say, no, I don't eat shrimp. Bottom feeders.
Yeah,
don't eat.
She won't eat the raw fish, no ceviche.
She doesn't eat raw fish, and I don't. I'm not a sushi eater either. I don't eat raw fish.
So you're very aligned. You're good dinner.
Unless it's in between my daughter's legs.
Well, you never know what's in uncooked food that might travel. Making its way up to your brain, let's say.
And Eugene, you went to Spain, and this is very exciting for me. And you got to practice soccer with.
I spent the day with Hector Bellerin.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah, he played for Betis.
See, football's not huge here in terms of popularity. They call it football over there because everybody uses their feet to connect with the ball. Football over here is just one guy uses his foot to connect with the ball.
Exactly.
They call it football. So Hector Bellerin, I spent the day at the stadium at Betis Stadium. Real Betis is his team. And I said, when you score, what's your celebratory move? You know, do you slide on your knees after you score? Do you have one of those dances? He says, well, I don't score that often because I'm a defender. Yeah. Right? And I said, okay, well, if you ever score, here's what you do. You stand, you score the goal, you point to the crowd, put your hand on your hip, and point. And then just walk away. So he loved that. The game was the next night. No. And we're watching in what they call a peña, a little pub, right? Sure. Where they watch the game. And there's all of a sudden, Batiste, his team, scores a goal, got very exciting, and it was Hector that scored. Okay. And in the room, I'm looking at the crew just going, oh my God, it's Hector scored the goal. Right. Then the camera goes on Hector and we see him. No! You made history. How about that? Thank you, Eugene. The Lucky Channel, Eugene Levy premieres Friday on Apple TV Plus. Next, come up next, Denise Richards. How about that? Thank you, Eugene. The Lucky Channel, Eugene Levy premieres Friday on Apple TV Plus. Next, come up next, Denise Richards.
Instead of Apple TV Plus, he said April TV Plus because they were talking about that girl April that he probably closes his eyes and fantasizes about when he's having sex with his 12-year-old boy.
You for this?
His 12-year-old preteen of a wife. He probably has to dump Legos all over Kelly's bed just to get her wet.
His career spans decades.
Yeah. Her career spans decades. She got the job by blowing a producer and getting it but she got her first big break when she had to blow an old Jewish man and then agreed to show her tits on camera. She got offered her first catch. She got her first role on two conditions. One, she performed oral sex on the executive producer, and two, she would show her breasts to the world for a low amount of money and all of her self-esteem. Please welcome. And then she proved just how good of an actress she was that she actually pretended that she didn't enjoy having Charlie Sheen do cocaine with Andy Cohen off of her fake breasts to go along with her fake lips and fake attitude. Everyone, one of the most untalented, great-looking young women of the 90s, Denise Richards. Michael, and then where's Gelman? Like, yes. Me and her are like twins.
Welcome back. She's a model, an actress, and a reality star whose career spans
model
decades.
for
Please
Depends
welcome
diapers
Denise Richards.
commercials.
All the crew guys were backstage, all lined up, all waiting around. Marcos, Denise Richards Day, isn't it?
Oh, please.
I'm so happy to see you,
Why are they doing that? Are they all lined up to get her autograph for their grandparents at the senior citizen
His
homes?
wife.
So they could fucking use a pair of tweezers to jerk off to this ancient Chinese porcelain doll?
Medea. Oh, no kidding. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Look at all that. That's what Botox does to you. Now, granted, she doesn't look like she's 70, but she looks like a busted 60-year-old, which isn't good for someone who's like 50.
All lined up, all waiting around. Marcos, Denise Richards Day, isn't it?
Oh, please.
I'm so happy to see you, Eugene. I played his wife in Medea. Oh, no kidding. Yes. Oh, my God. We were trying to figure out how long ago it was. It's been quite a few years, but it's so nice to see you. You recently returned to the Beverly Hills Housewives. Will we see more
more of you in the future? Would you go back?
I don't know. I haven't been asked to go back, but I think that I had fun on the show, and I love a lot of the women on the show. Some of them.
I think about all the great television you have starred in over the years. 90210 and Friends and Melrose Place, and it goes on and on. But my favorite role was you in Drop Dead Gorgeous.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. I fell in love with you in that film. I just thought you were a stone cold genius.
Thank you so much.
Do you have a favorite memory from that time?
I just remember we could not keep a straight face, and Kirstie Alley was just, she played my mom in the movie, and we really bonded, and we just had so much fun. It was such a fun experience.
Yeah.
Friends, the show Friends. Do your daughters think it's cool that you were on an episode of Friends? Because I was on an episode. My kids think it's like, when did you do that? I go, before you were born.
Right, and it's so funny because my kids had no interest in knowing anything. They didn't care. But I think they saw me on a TikTok with the hair thing, and they're like, "You were on Friends?"
Suddenly.
Yeah.
Suddenly you have a fully career.
Yes, and I was really, exactly.
That's right. We have to take a commercial break, but we're going to talk to Denise about her new movie, Hunting Housewives. Enter Live's Predict the Winners ballot game. Complete our Oscar ballot by choosing who you think will take home the golden statues at the Academy Awards. Because one lucky person with the most correct answers will win a luxurious trip to Hawaii's island of Oahu. And just by submitting, you have a chance to win $500. For all the details and to enter, visit Live's website today. Don't forget to watch Live after the Oscar on Monday, March 11th, live from Hollywood.
Love the person in the mirror.
He could turn this into an Olympic sport. Oh, is this my mirror?
Next live, Oscar nominee Annette Bening and actor John Bradley.
On Monday.
Oh my God.
Live after the Oscar show.
We're all creatures of habit.
I'm going to say Oppenheimer wins film, Chris Nolan wins director, Cillian Murphy wins actor, Robert Downey Jr. wins best supporting actor. Now I'm going to pick Emma Stone to win her second because just like the Grammys love giving awards to Taylor Swift, even if her album's bad, they love giving awards to people like Jennifer Lawrence, Julia Roberts, Meryl Streep, and Emma Stone is that person that the same people, they all love her. So she gets a little leg up because of favoritism. So Emma Stone wins, and then the other award is going to go to Davine Joy Brown or something from what's it called? The Holdovers. Those are my picks for the main ones.
Better makes you better.
And Billie Eilish wins for song, but that's a lot.
Hey.
Both back with berries.
That's all I got.
Great.
Oh my gosh, this looks so nice, Sherelle.
Thank you. What is that?
I'm pretty sure it's the pilot.
You got a parachute. How nice for him.
Wasn't it? That's a scene from Hunting Housewives.
Yeah.
Tell us about it. What's going on?
So 4 best friends go on a weekend trip and end up in the woods.
End up in the woods.
And we try to, survive. And we come from a very lavish lifestyle. And so
you're roughing it.
we're roughing it.
Yeah.
In the most extreme way.
Exactly.
Right.
Also starring Nene Leakes.
Yes.
Yeah. Have you guys heard the scene before?
Yeah. We actually, the scenes that I was in with her, she wasn't on set.
Okay, got it.
We had a stand in, but Kim Johnson got to work with her. I was hoping that I would be able to work with her.
So you never work together, even though you're in scenes together.
Yes.
I love the magic of television.
Me too.
I know, right?
How would you do surviving out in the woods?
I grew up camping, and I say that I think I could do well. My husband would say I couldn't because he'd be like, you would be the one to go up to a bear and think it's cute or something like that. So
Never go up to a bear.
I know.
And don't run away from one either.
Thank you, Denise. Hunting Housewives, Saturday, March 9th at 8 p.m. on Lifetime. Next, Denise, you're going to stick around. You're going to stick around.
Yes.
And compete in another special edition of Oscar Sketching with the Stars. Stick around.
Tomorrow on Live, the new series, Three-Body Problem. Sean Bradley.
You give.
Save 25.
This is your reminder to.
Yeah, this is your reminder to never go to McDonald's for pancakes. At least if you're gonna eat shitty cheap pancakes, go to the grocery store and buy them in the grocery freezer and pop them in your toaster oven or microwave for 7 seconds.
Or
Same
one
shitty quality, fucking a fraction of the price.
$1.
Yeah, no.
On the next Hammered Hall, Miranda Lambert. Woo! The most decorated artist in ACM history is giving the Tam Fam an exclusive backstage pass. Next, Hammered Hall.
Today at 1 on ABC 7.
Four shows away from our After Oscars special, and we're continuing the countdown with more fun and games. Today, Deja and I are going up against Mark and Denise. Denise, who also can't draw, in an Oscar edition of Sketching with the Stars. Okay, so in the first round, Deja and I will draw something that looks nothing like what we're trying to draw. And we're going to guess the Oscar-winning movie title that she's drawing. At the end of 30 seconds, our turn is over. Denise will draw for Mark. So you're going to draw first. Okay. Then Denise is going to draw, and then we'll switch.
And in round 2, Kelly and I will do the drawing, and Deja and Denise will do the
get
guessing.
it. Let's
So
go.
whichever team gets the most correct wins the highly coveted Oscars countdown trophy.
We want to win it.
Let's get 30 seconds on the clock. Deja's up first. All right, I'll say ready.
Am I here?
Yep.
Is that our side?
Yep.
Okay.
Set, go.
All right.
No, good Kelly.
All right. Oh, penis, testicle. Go, geez, that's not fair. Go. Penis. Black Swan.
Penguin.
Money.
The nose. The nose.
Pinocchio.
Pinocchio. Yes.
I got it. That's it.
Yeah. All right. So now it's Denise's turn.
Yeah, it is. That's the way you just explained the rules fucking 60 seconds ago. Don't mansplain her and teach her how to draw, idiot. You're not being a gentleman, you're being a cocksucking asshole.
Mickey Mouse.
Kitty cat. The Fantasia, what? The donkey? Shrek.
Jeez.
Bunny, rabbit, Eminem, 8 Mile,
Pig. Is it a pig?
babe.
No, close.
Okay, is it a...
You can't talk.
Is it an animal? A mouse. It's a mouse. Ratatouille. Wait,
Ratatouille, good guess, Ratatouille, good guess.
It's okay, Denise. It's okay.
Do I have to
Come on, come on. Yeah.
Can I erase?
It was dumb.
Don't
It's
put
okay.
time on the clock yet. I have to erase.
It was Dumbo.
Okay, ready?
I told you.
Let's do it.
Did she say it was Dumbo? I guess that's an elephant. You could have drawn big ears and don't put them up erect.
It's okay, Denise. It's okay.
Do I have to
Come on, come on. Yeah.
Can I erase?
It was dumb.
Don't
it's
put
okay.
time on the clock yet. I have to erase.
It's okay.
Okay, ready?
I told you.
Let's do it.
It was a good one.
Dumbo. That's an elephant. The Hills. Trolls.
Smile.
Trolls.
Face.
The Muppets. Monsters Inc.
Waves, water, king, crown.
King George.
Crown,
The King's Speech.
crown,
The King's Speech. The Muppets. Crown Jewel. The Crown.
shoot. The Lion King. Oh my God.
Oh, that's a terrible.
I know, it doesn't look like a lion.
That's a terrible one. It looks like a Muppet that Andy Cohen would molest in front of his adopted son in the bathtub after doing cocaine. swimming, Brokeback Mountain, Superman. He's a cheater. They're all cheaters from that part.
Superman.
Okay, your time? Wait.
Yeah, that's it. We're out of time.
That's it, Deja. That was a big waste of my time. 5 minutes I can't get back.
You've gone on with our Oscars Countdown Game Trophy.
Better than me giving you guys an hour and a half you'll never get back. Well, make sure to like and subscribe because we're one community. And then I'd love that. You could win a prize. I'm giving away Oscar prizes.
If you would like to know
I'm
more,
giving away a raffle. I'm giving away the raffle for you to run for me.
if you would like to know more about anything you see online, welcome to our website.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass on this. I'm not gonna really be logging on.
We've got the inbox here. Hey, how about this? Sandra Conti from Fountain Hills, Arizona says, I'm going to Hollywood to see Live with Kelly and Mark.
Yay! All right. So Linda Giuliano from Irwin, Pennsylvania says, I don't understand why you don't say Mark's monthly start Mark results in percentages instead of 405. I think it'd be a whole lot easier for the people to understand. Okay, 405 is 40%.
She's not saying she doesn't know what 405 is. She's saying, why don't you just say it as a percentage? She's not saying, what does 405 mean? Can you tell me what the percentage is? Because I can know. She knows that 405 is 40 and a half. This guy, I swear to God, if this guy fucking had fucking any sense of, if this guy had a fucking vagina, he could be completely worthless to mankind. The only thing that's saving him is fucking dick that he could spray in all these fucking these fucking hoes all over fucking the mountain range, time range that don't know anything except how to fucking feed Mountain Dew and bourbon to their children. She's not saying, why can't you say it in percentages? Because I don't know what 405 means. It would just make more sense. It would make more sense for you to say 40.5% instead of 0.405. And then he goes, oh, well, 0.405 means 40.5%. She knows that. Of course, he thinks that a girl doesn't know that. So he's like, well, I get it. You don't get that because I'm really, really smart. So let me show off my fucking third grade math skills to this strange woman that I have no idea. She'll probably run fucking math tables and multiplication tables all over your fucking stupid bitch ass.
We've got the inbox here. Hey, how about this? Sandra Conti from Fountain Hills, Arizona says, I'm going to Hollywood to see Live with Kelly and Mark.
Yay! All right. So Linda Giuliano from Irwin, Pennsylvania says, I don't understand why you don't say Mark's monthly start Mark results in percentages instead of 405. I think it'd be a whole lot easier for the people to understand. Okay, 405 is 40%, 40.5%.
Wow, you're a genius.
Thank you, Professor.
Thank you.
Jesse Campo says, I believe Mark's love language is letting him enjoy a day of sports uninterrupted.
Yeah, with Andy Cohen sucking his dick.
Tomorrow's show, Annette Bening will be here.
From Game of Thrones and the new series Three Body Problem, Tom Bradley.
And social media star Shannon Doherty's going to have a pre-Oscar party for us. See you soon.
I fucking hate Shannon Doherty so much. She is so untalented. She's just doing like simple novice little fucking arts and crafts that fucking women of the 70s did to keep their fucking stupid, mentally debilitated children occupied. This is all a comedic act for a
The
character.
mom who says she was falsely accused of child trafficking. Next in Sub Edition.
The View starts live right now. Sizing up Super Tuesday. The biggest primary day of election 2024 is on. And as Nikki Haley ramps up her rhetoric after a win in the D.C. primary,
Everything Donald Trump does, he loses.
questions mount about Trump being at a loss for words on the campaign trail.
Venezuela, it's unbelievable. Venezuela comes out and said,
But is there any chance of Haley winning? And will her voters migrate to MAGA or lean left toward Biden? Then RuPaul is
Sebastian Maniscalco. In what Oscar-winning film did Sebastian say he appeared?
Green Book.
Yes!
Correct.
God damn it. What did you fucking delete? You son of a bitch. Well, you got rid of the Reverend Ron. Fucking asshole. All right. It's the end of 128, season 12 from March 5th. Season 2, 128 from March 5th. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. And remember, all of this is make-believe. So if you're watching this, this is not meant for you. But I thank you for watching, and I hope you like my audition, and maybe you'll see me on the Oscar stage. All right, bye-bye. French kisses up your buttholes, especially you with the gray, hairy one. What's your name? Margie? Rose?